Yo, how's it going, everybody? In today's video, I'm going to be teaching you guys how to go from diamond to champion in Rocket League. This video is going to be very in-depth and in detail. I'm going to go very clear and precise on what you need to do to rank up as fast as possible, because in my personal experience, I was in diamond for about 2-ish months before I finally broke out and got into champ. Champion took me a little longer, but that's gonna be the next video. I'm just gonna focus on the diamond players in this one. I'm gonna be going into depth with the cars, training, everything you need to know, tips and tricks that you need to focus on in game modes that you should be playing, and so much more. So stay tuned and let's get straight to it, boys. Alright guys, so the first tip that we're going to be focusing on is your actual car. We're going to start very basic here, so you guys can really rock whatever car you like. But if you want to have the best experience of ranking up, I prefer to use the top 3 cars in the game, which right now is the Fennec is number 1 by far. Not by far. Fennec and Octane are very close, so I'll recommend the Fennec or the Octane. If you want a third car and branch out a little bit, you can definitely go to the Dominus. The Dominus definitely holds its own in game and in competitive. But right now, I would recommend the Fennec just because the hitbox is so much more clear. You can get more clear touches. It's just better for 50-50s and 1v1 in general, which we're going to talk about later in the video. But that's basically that. So I would recommend the Fennec or the Octane, whichever one you feel more comfortable with. If you want to branch out and do your own thing, you by all means can. I'm just trying to give you the best advice to rank them as fast as possible. So those are the best cars. Car design doesn't really matter. Just try not to make it look too crazy where it takes your focus off of the game and onto your car. You just want to have a basic clean design. That's why I always look for a pro and just copy their design. I have this Carmen Corp with the Cobalt Tunicas right now. I feel very fast and speedy with it, so that's why I'm rocking it. It's all a placebo, but it honestly helps me with my mindset and winning games, so that's why I do it. Alright, so that's the car. That's the car's breakdown. Now we're going to jump into the settings portion of it. So if your settings, alright, so first off, let's start off with the input buffer. This is actually very important. If you guys are noticing lag or input delay or anything such as internet issues, I would recommend you change the input buffer. Because if it's on default, most likely for you guys, I would recommend switching to CSTS or STS and just see which one feels smoother and less laggy. For me personally, STS, if I switch to STS, I will automatically jump up and ping. It is just the worst kind of input buffer for me personally, but it could be good for some of you guys based on where you guys are located. For me, CSTS is the best by far, and then default right after. Default, I get lag spikes here and there, but CSTS is almost always smooth. Maybe if I'm having a bad day or like my family's on the internet or something, then it'll lag a little bit, but CSTS by far is the smoothest and less laggy for me personally. Then obviously for your schedule region, you just want to put that as wherever you're located. For me, I'm US East, but if you were Europe, you'd put EU, US West, so forth. Now the camera settings, the most important part. Right now I am using Zen settings. They are taking the world by storm right now, and First Killer also uses these settings as well. But these are just, I don't know, they are just the perfect, well-balanced camera settings that I have found in the game so far. People usually use 110, 270, 100, -5. Some people use 90, -5, 90, -4, like AJ. It's really all just personal preference. Some people use 110, -3, like Evample and Fairy Peak and such. But for me, I just prefer these. These are the best baseline settings that you could possibly use. But honestly, I have so many settings video on my channel. If you guys want to just go check those out and see which one feel best for you. I have freestyle settings as well as just pro camera settings, and everything like that. Alright, now for the controls. I have a Thrustmaster controller, so the dead zone is a little off compared to like regular PlayStation and Xbox controllers. So therefore, I use a 0.15 dead zone and 0.9 dodge dead zone. I do not recommend copying these. I repeat, I do not recommend copying these. My controller is different than yours. That is why I am able to change it. So just find whatever feels comfortable for you and go with it. Me personally, if I have this below 0.10, I will start back flipping and front flipping randomly. Like it's not even that my controller has stick drift. It just I don't know, it just is different. It just moves differently than other controllers. Your bindings, here we go. So here's the first like kind of tip for controls. So people always ask me for my controls, but I never really care to give it to them because I play claw grip. So my index finger is touching the X, circle, triangle, and square button, while my ring finger is resting on RB and R2, like the drive button. So therefore I put air roll on my left bumper, just regular plain air roll, power slide as well on LB, jump and boost, everything else is default basically, and then I have air roll right on my left trigger, my reverse button. This is because Zen has actually inspired me, and he's also inspiring others to do the same, because you can have these little air roll movements that not other players can have while you're in the air and on the ground and such. The other thing, if you do decide to switch it to your left bumper, your reverse button, you will find it harder to half flip, but I will teach you guys later on how to fix this. But if you guys are in Diamond, I do not recommend changing this and messing up your muscle memory. So I would just recommend putting it on RB or whatever feels comfortable for you. And then when you get to the higher ranks, then you can consider switching it and finding the benefits out for yourself. Everything else is default. I'll just scroll through it for you guys real quick though. Nothing else is really too important in here besides arrow left and arrow right. Yeah, I mean that's basically everything there. Interface, it's all personal preference. If you prefer a higher nameplate scale, by all means go ahead. I prefer a lower one so I can actually focus on the car instead of the names. Display scale both at 100, and then all of this is just personal preference. I prefer to have the ball arrow and ball cam indicator on, just so I know whether I'm on ball cam or car cam, sorry. And ball arrow, you're gonna want to have this on. If you don't have ball arrow on, I'm sorry, you're a psychotic freak and you belong in a penitentiary. I'm sorry. But that's that. All personal preference except ball arrow, you better have that on. Video tab, I have it all on performance except effect intensity. I have a decent enough PC now. I'm running 239 FPS because it's recommended. And then transparent goalpost, you are gonna want to have this on. You need to have transparent goalpost on, because like I will go into a free play game real quick and I will just show you guys the effects it has. So basically, as you guys can see, I can see through the goalpost. So if somebody's coming from this left side and is trying to shoot a shot, I can easily save it because I know he's coming. But if I have transparent goalpost off, as you can see here, I mean obviously on this map I can still see it, but some maps you can't, they don't have little windows like this, so you like literally can't see anything. Like it'll just be a brick wall and you're just like guessing. So you're gonna want to have transparent goalpost on. I'm guessing all of you guys already know this by now, but just in case some of you guys don't. So alright, now let's get into the training aspect of things. That was just the basics of that I needed to cover to make sure you guys have the most success possible when it comes to playing this game. Okay, so let me go ahead and actually lower my audio. I feel like it's a little too loud right now. You guys might not be able to hear me. Okay, so now we're gonna get into the training aspects of things. So in Diamond, all you guys need to do is focus on your mechanics. Diamond is the rank to focus on your mechanics. Basically what this means is focus on aerial plays, focus on hitting the ball hard. If you can hit the ball hard and on target, you will rank up easily, 100%. But the other thing is aerialing as well, because you guys are gonna need to fly into the air to challenge balls, because people in Diamond can air dribble and flip reset. Some Diamonds are just focused on that stuff more than others. So basically I'm gonna give you guys one training pack, and I'm gonna put it on screen now. It is called Air Roll Shots by NickNack63. That is the code. I'll put it in the description as well. This is the only training pack you need to focus on, air roll shots. So I'm just gonna walk you guys through it and how I trained. So I go through it for about 5 to 10 minutes, usually, which is about 3 rounds or 3 sets. So for this first ball, it's gonna come out. You're just gonna air roll and try to shoot it, but you're gonna want to jump later than you normally think you would. Like some of you guys would probably jump like right here and try to shoot it. No, you're not gonna get any power on it or height. So you're gonna come, wait, boom, top down ski, basically just like that. Jump late, try to place your don't even try to place your shot, just try to hit it hard and on net. Obviously, I still need to work on this, even though I'm GC2. This just shows you guys how important shooting is, because not even grand champions are amazing at this. In game, I'm obviously a little bit better, just because I don't know. I just feel like in game is more my style. I don't know how to explain it. But that's the first shot. You're just going to tip, jump later, and air roll into the shot. Maybe even hold jump. But anyways, the next shot, this is just going to come right at you, and you're just going to hit it in, jump a little later than normal, like I said, and just try to hit it with the corner of your car to air roll and get the most power possible while boosting through the shot as well. And boom. Now for the next shot, this is going to come at a low angle, so you're going to really need an air roll on this one. You're going to want to come around the ball, get the corner of the car, and just hit it in. Top corner, almost. Alright, for this shot's a little bit difficult because your momentum is going in opposite ways, so it's a little bit harder to get power on the shot, but it still is possible. You're just going to need to hit it with the very corner of your car. Jump later than normal, and there you go. Not much power, but it's going to be hard to save as long as you can place it sort of behind the defender. Just hit it with the corner of your car, and there you go. Now for the next shot, this you're gonna need a, I recommend jumping but holding the jump button, because as you guys can see, if I just click jump, I don't go that far, I don't go that high. But if you hold jump, as you can see, I can go way higher. So I recommend holding jump. You have your flip for about 1.5 seconds, or I think something like that. Not 1.5, but something like that. But you just hold jump, air roll, and then just flip into it, and you get as much power as you possibly can. Now for shot 6, it's gonna be the same thing, just a different direction. Hold jump again, and then flip into it once your car is in line and you air rolled the right way, and you'll get as much power as you can. Shot 7, it's gonna be the same thing. You're just gonna air roll. Try to hit it with the corner. If you hit it with the corner of your car, that's gonna make it go the fastest and hardest. Also jump late so you can get under the ball. And a quick tip for shooting that I used to do, and I don't know if I really focused on it anymore, is you're gonna want to focus on where your car is making contact on the ball. So like if I'm just staring at the ball the entire time, I'm focusing on hitting it under, and see, boom. Focus on hitting it under, goes too high. Focus on hitting right in the middle, too low. Focus right there, perfect. So you just want to focus on where you're hitting the ball, and that's the quickest way to learn personally. Shot 8, just gonna be the same thing. That was a terrible shot. Just going to hold jump and hit it with the corner of your car. It's all the same thing, just different angles, and they're all right next to the net, which is beautiful. So just get this shot in the net, hit with the corner of your car, get under the ball, jump a little later, hold jump, and flip into it while holding boost. Shot 9. This is the easier shot for you guys. You're just gonna, it's pretty easy to get height on it. Just like that. I don't know. It's just, this all takes practice, you know. You're not gonna be able to just jump in and do this right away, especially if you're not used to shooting hard, powerful shots on net. Yeah, it's gonna take some time, but that's why I'm giving you guys this training pack, just so you guys can focus on hitting the ball hard and on target. Can't shoot right now. There we go. Alright, so that's the training pack portion of it. Now I'm going to teach you guys after, if you guys are on PC, now I'm going to show you guys how to maximize your training on PC, which is workshop maps. I'm going to give you guys one workshop map. Let me see which one. So I'm going to give you guys, actually, no. What I'm going to do, yes, I'm going to give you one workshop map, which is Speed Jump Rings 3. Or you can do Let the Mirrors Giant Rings map, whichever one you prefer. I prefer Rings 3. So what you guys are going to do is you're going to focus on your car control here. I used to do this literally. I used to do only workshop maps. I wouldn't even do training packs, free play, nothing. I would only do this just to work on my car control. And obviously it's paid off a ton because I am GC2, almost GC3. Yeah, so just basically literally just focus on your car control and how your car maneuvers throughout the air, and you guys will be ranking up as fast as possible. And this will also help in the training packs as well, just being able to know how your car works and how it spins and everything like that. I'm constantly spinning, but if you guys don't feel comfortable, you guys can just do this, maybe throw yourself a little weird spin every now and again, just to give your muscle memory some challenges, just so it's not too easy. Yeah, that's basically the workshop map. Basically, we're just gonna go through this whole thing. It takes me about like 3-ish minutes, I would say. Yeah, so I'm gonna just go ahead and finish this real quick for you guys. Actually, maybe not. I don't think I have 3 minutes to spare. I gotta give as much information to you guys as possible. And I'm not gonna cut this video just because I want you guys to see how everything really works. And I don't want to cut it and make it too like edity, because I feel like that can take away from the information aspect of the video. So yeah, this is basically just a workshop map that you're gonna do. And yeah, so that's that. Now what we're gonna do after you do those 2 training things is you're gonna go into free play. I would recommend for about 15 to 20 minutes. If you guys don't have that time, then I would just do 5 to 10 minutes. And all you're gonna do is just bang the ball as fast as possible. Don't go to the wall and try to go for air dribbles. Literally, just bang the ball as fast as possible. Try to read it off the walls. Everything like this. Go for pinches. Go for air dribbles if you need to. Double taps off the wall. Use empty jumps. Just focus on your mechanics. This is just focusing on your speed and your mechanics at the same time. Reading bounces. Just so in game you are better prepared for these situations. Get a save. And yeah, basically if you guys have Bacchus mod, you can use these you can use your arrow buttons to help you guys in the training process. Yeah, that's basically that. So 5-10 minutes about in free play, and you guys will be feeling fast and speedy as ever. So that's the training aspect of things. Now I'm going to get into the actual gameplay tips, like tips and tricks, and what you guys can do to maximize your rank up progress and speed as fast as possible. Alright, so the first thing, what I'm going to say is you guys are going to want to play a lot of 1v1s. 1v1s literally focuses on you and the opponent. You don't have to worry about teammates or a second opponent. Is just you and one other guy. You can focus on whatever your weaknesses are. Maybe your weakness is defense, then you can focus on your defense and shadowing. And after you play a couple games of 1v1, this is what I used to do in Diamond. I would play a game of 1v1. If I got scored on, I would save the replay, go to the replay, and watch why I got scored on. So I bet you I can do that right here for you guys. So here's a 1v1. Apparently I got a double flip reset, but that's not the point of this. So we're going to go to my point of view, and we're just going to see. Let's go ahead and skip to a goal. I'm the orange team, so let's go to when he scores. Alright, so let's see when he scores. So I'm going for an aerial play. That's already a big no-no. So I can already tell you right now what my mistake was. I was going all in for an aerial play while he was on the backboard, which is already stupid enough, because obviously he's going to have an easy block unless I go for air dribble bump. So I'm going for an aerial play, and I'm wasting all my boost here. So I have no boost to recover, and I land awkwardly. Now I have to pick up pads and try to recover, and I just don't get back fast enough. So that was a mistake right there that I could easily fix. And then I would focus on that going into the next game. So I would focus, like going in my head, I would just say, don't go for aerial plays, reserve your boost, focus on boost management, so forth, such like that. So let's see what I did wrong here. So there's an open net. Let's see why. Okay, so I just went for a shot with no boost again. So as you guys can see, my boost management is not the best in 1v1. I was going for a shot with low boost, and it just popped too high, and I didn't read it well enough. So that's free play as well as boost management that I need to work on. And those are the 2 goals that I did there. I think this is the double reset that I'll let you guys watch. I got a nice double reset on him. So see, sometimes I was just practicing my mechanics. You got to practice every once in a while. Can't just be the same old boring player. But the thing I was mainly working on when I was playing these 1v1 games was my defense, because I noticed my shadowing as well as my defensive angles were not the best in where I wanted them to be at. So I was focusing on that mainly, but obviously as you get scored on, you guys are going to want to focus on what you're doing wrong instead of what you're doing right, so you guys can actually improve on those mistakes, so then you can rank up faster. That's literally what I did every single game. If I got scored on, save the replay, watch it, what did I do wrong, go into the next game, focusing consciously on what I should be doing and like fixing that mistake, so that I turn in from a bad habit to a good habit. What else we got here? So another tip that I can focus on is in 2v2s, so for 2v2, let me just say, focus on grabbing boost pads over the corner 100 pads. And I say this because it focuses on your positioning and your awareness. If you guys go all the way back for boost and your teammate has a wide open pass middle, you can't score it now. But if you grab pads and loop around and just grab pads and stay in the play at all times and you're as close to the play as possible, you will rank up, because the opponents, especially in Diamond for you guys, I haven't been in Diamond for a while, but I can just go ahead and tell you guys that Diamonds don't have the best game sense. I'm just going to put it out there, because if they had good game sense, they would be in Grand Champ or above. So I can just tell you right now, if you grab boost pads and you stay in the play and you have somewhat decent mechanics, you will rank up easy. It's that simple. It's literally that simple. You will easily get into champion. The other thing that I wanted to say was focusing on the opponent's car. Not even just the opponents. If you're playing 3v3 or 2v2, if you focus on your teammates and opponents' cars and where they're going to hit it, how hard they're going to hit it, how will this bounce off the wall, if you're consciously thinking of these things while you're in game, you will see yourself reading the gameplay better and your game awareness will just increase a ton. So basically what I want you guys to do is a little challenge. Go into a casual game and literally just stare at the cars only. If the ball is coming towards you, then focus on the ball. While you're dribbling, focus on the opponent. So you know, are they turning around a challenge? Then you can low 50 or flick over them. You just want to be aware of these things, because if you're playing on autopilot and your subconscious is taking over and you're not really focusing on the gameplay and you're just playing like how you do in free play or whatever, you're not going to rank up. You're just playing the same old game that you always do, and you're not really going to get better because you're not focusing on anything. So what I want you guys to do is focus on grabbing the boost pads and focus on the cars on the field rather than the ball, and I guarantee you guys will rank up and see your game awareness start to increase. That's basically all the videos I have, or all the tips I have for you guys in this video. All the tips, training pack settings, basic things that you guys need to know and should know for you guys to rank up into the next level, which is from Diamond to Champion. In the next episode, I will be doing Champion to Grand Champion, and my the next video will definitely be better because I am more I'm more fresh on the knowledge, because I'm recently exclamation points got from champ to Grand Champion somewhat recently, so I can give you guys better tips on that, because I was just in Champion and what I did to break into Grand Champion, and I have those tips already lined up for you guys. So that's gonna be in the next episode for you champions looking to break through into the GC realm. So stay tuned for that. Make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss that video, and I'll keep bringing out tips and tricks and tutorials for you guys. Let me know in the comments below what video you guys want to see from me, and that's gonna be it for this video. Hopefully this helped you guys out. Let me know if it did, and make sure to join my Discord in the link in the description so you guys can comment your progress and take pictures and show me your guys' progress and everything. That's gonna be it for today's video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, and I'm out, boys. Peace.